What's up? What it do, cyber world? It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate y'all and love y'all. You know, we got good energy, good vibes, and good peoples. Of course, we got some surprises in store for you. Today's surprise. Now, I gotta tell y'all, okay? I've been looking forward to talking to this lady for a long time, all right? We have shot dates back and forth. We've talked with management, and, you know, we've moved mountains to make this happen. I want you guys to welcome the one, the only Grammy Award winning Ishi of Arrested Development. Ishi.
Hey, Ernest, thank you so much for having me. And Lord knows, I've been trying to make this happen for a while.
We've been moving mountains, you know, we've been pulling trucks.
I'm telling you, but God did it. He did. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he though? Won't he work it out for
He
you?
did that. So it's great. I'm happy to be on your show. I'm excited for you and all the wonderful things that are happening for you on your show, with your show.
Aww.
And I just wish you many blessings and lots of positive energy.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Ishi. I know that you are equally as busy, if not busier than I am. So I really appreciate you making time in your schedule to chat with you, girl.
You are welcome.
Definitely. All right, Ishi. So let everybody know, for people that have been living under a rock for the last, couple of years and some change, where are you from? Where do you represent?
Okay, so I am a true ATLian.
Woo-hoo.
I was born and raised right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I grew up in LaForte, Southwest Atlanta. I went to Peyton Forest Elementary, Southwest Middle School, which is Young Middle School now. I went to Dale High and Washington High. So I'm a true hometown girl.
You are true ATLian.
For real. I mean, I'm telling you. So I used to hit up. People probably don't remember this because you have to be an old head to remember this. Jelly Bean, the skate room, they used to be my spot. Greenbrier Mall, when I was a teenager. So, man, I go, this is my roots. This is where I'm from.
Wow. A lot of history there. A lot of history. Yeah, especially Greenbrier. Oh, everybody know. When he used to have the Magic Johnson Theater. Oh, they crazy. They don't know. They don't know about that issue. They don't know.
Girl,
They ain't ready.
Back in the day.
Definitely. All right,
Yeah.
Ishi. So let's talk about who were some of your earlier musical influences.
Oh my goodness. So I've always admired Tina Turner.
Mm.
I think she is an amazing woman, strong. I always liked her voice because it was just different to me. Raspy and very passionate, and then she had this little rock edge to her, just a bad girl. Then she could dance. So I love lots and lots of energy. Because I grew up dancing. I started dancing when I was 2. So that was my first introduction to the arts. My mom owned a dance school called the Gaither School of Dance for over 35 years. So I've just been always around music and dancing all my life. And so growing up, my mom played so many different styles of music because she was a dance teacher. So from ballet music, so there's classical music, and then you have all the way to Rick James or, Parliament Funkadelics or Mahalia Jackson. So, I mean, I have pretty a wide range of taste when it comes to music, but I have to say I love Tina Turner. If I have to say musically, just because I think also the dance component, because she could dance, I was like that. And then I love Johnny Hathaway, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight. Oh my God, I could just keep going. Michael Jackson, Prince. So, I love a lot of artists. I like people that just do their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't have I couldn't say one favorite artist. I like so many people. So I pull influences from a little bit of everywhere, but I think I'm definitely an R&B funk person, and I love very soulful vocals. So yeah, but I like country music too.
Yeah. You gotta have a good flavoring of everything. Maybe a little country, a little pop. A little bluegrass, a little soul, a little jazz. It's a little bit of everything.
Yes. I think you have to have a little diversity in your life because it just makes you more like open-minded, well-rounded. And I think also just traveling throughout the world, I got a chance to listen to an artist all the way over in Africa, in all different parts of the continent, from South Africa to Morocco, and then you have Japan, I just have listened to so many different artists, so I have an appreciation for global music too. So I really do. So it's cool.
Okay. So when did you recognize your gift for music?
Well, like I said, dancing was my thing. So I always liked to dance. So I think that is what kind of opened that door for me, because I was sitting around the house when I was little, but I was very, very shy. So I would always walk with my head down, and, I'd be dancing my butt off, but I'd be looking at the floor the whole time. I was afraid to look people in their eyes, and I think when I turned 13, the shyness went away. And that's when I got the opportunity to join Arrested Development, because my sister had the opportunity first. And they asked her to come to audition, and she was like, no, I think this would be great for my little sister. And so my sister, and a gentleman by the name of Ian Burke, they took me to the audition for Arrested Development, and I was like 12 going on 13.
Wow.
Something like that. So, yeah, and so then that's when my actual music career started. Now, prior to that, I had been dancing behind a local artist. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Sammy Family Hitman, and I was a local artist. Yeah, back in the day, yeah. So people from Atlanta, and so yeah, then I got to join Arrested Development. I think that's when I definitely, musically as an artist, I kind of went to a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just totally different, because they were in college and I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So it's a big gap.
That's a huge gap. So.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So what was that like for you as far as budding, you're the youngest one in this group of, adults, and, everybody's got their own little mindset, but, you couldn't even drive yet, probably.
No, I didn't start driving until I was 19, because we were touring so much, by the time, I would turn 16, 17 to get a learner's permit and all that, so I had to wait, but no driving for me, so it was definitely different, because they were in college. So, their mindsets were, of course, more advanced than mine. You know what I mean? I think I was definitely a mature young lady in a lot of aspects. But, of course, nothing is like experience in life. You know what I mean? So they had years on me. And, but it was just interesting. I mean, I think for me, we all shared a common goal and common dreams. We all wanted to do what we loved. The arts was our heart. Everybody had a real heart and passion for the arts. So for me, I was like, oh, I'm dancing. Hey, so I'm dancing and singing. Okay, so it was just fun. In the beginning, honestly, I just was doing it for fun. I didn't really, think like it would grow and be what it came to be. So I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I think we were all shocked,
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just doing it for the love of it, just truly that. And, I think that's where the age difference didn't matter, because we were all on the same plane when it came to achieve, doing what we loved and going towards, I guess, a goal. You know what I mean?
Right.
A similar goal. So yeah, it was cool.
Okay. Cool. So were they open to some of your input? Maybe, you're, the youngest one of this group, and everybody always, has their mindset on what they think things should be or how they feel songs should go. Were they open to you?
Well, I think in the beginning when I first started, I think Speech thought I was a little too young, but Headliner, they were the founder and co-founder of Arrested Development.
Right.
Give me a chance. So they liked my energy, and I think they liked my determination and my drive and my energy. And so I think for them, I've been told know by them both that that was inspiring in, them in some ways. But I think in the beginning, I was very much like a sponge and really didn't say much as far as, you know, sound and things of that nature because I was learning myself, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was just learning, but when it came down to the dance part and the perform part, they would definitely, ask what I thought, my input, and even I would choreograph, do choreography for the group. Now, in the latter years, I actually, in the early years, I sang background and did lead vocals and all of that stuff, and I contributed the hit it, that's me, and all that on Peaceful Every Day. But I really didn't know much about publishing and writing because, back then, the knowledge that's out there now wasn't there, or if it was, I didn't know about it, of course, because, it wasn't like, we weren't the internet wasn't the thing then, you know what I mean? It wasn't any of that. So, like, social media or anything like that. So, I learned in the latter years, once I got into it, that it's truly a business. I went in it for the love and the art of and the creative part. But I think a lot of times the business can kill that part because it can be so political and so this and so that and nothing about the art at all, and I think that part can be kind of gloomy. But for me, the latter years, I got into writing more and singing more and writing for other people and giving input visually and even wardrobe-wise, everything. So, I've been there since I was 13, so that's a lot of years, over 25 years. Yeah, somewhere.
Wow. So when did you realize that, hey, this group that I just joined, we kind of, we groundbreaking, we trendsetters, we actually making some major noise, and people actually paying attention to this.
Right. I think I had that aha moment, like Miss Oprah Winfrey said, when I was at the Grammys, and we were up the Best New Artist, and we beat Billy Ray Cyrus. I was like, because I was like, the introduction, I was like, he's gonna win. I just felt it because, that song was so big and so popular. And so when they called our names, I was like, are they kidding? So it was a huge shocker. Yeah. So I think that's when, for me, was the aha moment, like, okay. And then when I would go places and I would be in the store, like grocery store or whatever, and then people would just start screaming, and I'm like, as black folks, if you start screaming, we're like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then they screaming, and I'm like, okay, why are we screaming? What's going on? And they were screaming because they saw me, oh my God, you're the girl from Richmond. I'm like, what? And I remember one time I was in Lenox Mall, and I think I signed autographs for 2 hours in one time. So things like that are the moments when you're like, oh wow, okay, like people really recognize me. But in the moment, looking back on it now, like, wow, that was pretty cool, but it's just, when you're in it, it's surreal. It's like you can't really explain it unless you've been through it, So you can try your best, but it's one of those things, like, you're like, let me pinch myself.
Let me make sure.
It's different. Yes, it's very interesting. And it's not, I think it's very interesting that you go places and people know your name or they know about you. See, back then, we didn't have the internet, like I said, so you get fan mail. And people, I would have I'm talking garbage bags of fan mail. And I was like, what? I was shocked. And then, I would get mail. Oh, I saw it down at so-and-so the other day. Like, people knew kind of my routine where I would shop. And I said, oh, wow. And it was scary at sometimes. And then sometimes it was like, wow, this is amazing. But yeah, this is really deep. So, I don't know what we would have done if it was now, like in the social media era. It's a whole other beast now. So
it's completely different.
Yes, it's completely, back then we only had like Word Up magazine. That's how you got your news out.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Stuff like that.
it's
Right on,
amazing.
That's different now. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot has changed, but
Oh my
throughout the
God, yes.
last, I mean, what, 25 years? Wow. What is one of the biggest lessons that has impacted your career?
That's a great question, by the way.
Thank you.
uh, yes, for me, my mom always told me, if you're going to do something, give it 150%. And I think that's always stuck with me. So I'm very much an overachiever.
Yeah.
I'm very driven. I'm not a quitter, no matter what type of adversity comes up against me. That's one thing I definitely would say has kept me going. And also just being humble, and that humility, in my opinion, is just the best way to be, because everything is a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So you may be up today and down tomorrow according to, people's standards. But
Yeah.
you understand,
Mm-hmm.
your down may be your greatest moment in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And your up may be your worst moment in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because it's interesting. People view success in different ways. And, I guess it's relative to what you believe, So for me, I think just being humble has really, I feel, been something that it's not that I try, or let me try to be humble or anything. It's like, just thinking about God and what He's done in my life and brought me out of, brought me into, it's like you have no choice but to be humble, because I understand that you can get something and it can be gone just like that. So, check your egos at the door, your attitude, your drama. You gotta, life is so precious, and, the word of God said it's but a vapor. And you have to see the moment when you have it, because, you just never know. So, I've learned a lot of valuable lessons along the way. And that's why I work with a lot of young artists. I do a lot of artist development, and I always tell them, I don't care if you get as big as Michael Jackson, stay humble.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy task when people are praising you, or it's that whole type of thing. But I'm telling you, humility will get you a long way. I agree. That's just my personal feeling. Other people may feel different, but I choose humility. So.
Absolutely. No, you said it, sister girl. I mean, it will take you a long way, because people remember. They may not remember, exactly what you said or what you gave them, or even what you did for them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel.
How you make them feel. Yes, ma'am.
They will always remember that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's important.
That's
Okay. All right, so let's talk a little bit about songwriting. So I've had a lot of artists to come on the show, and we talk about, their songwriting process. Some of them, they said it's a pen and pad. Some of them say they just go in the booth with the iPhone. What is Ishi's songwriting process like?
Girl, old school. I have me a journal and a pencil, because I'm an erase, so I gotta have me a pencil. Another pencil. So yeah, but I just, I like to live life, and I write about my life, or people around me, I may pull from their experiences. And what I do first, I just put a bunch of words down. If you follow how I do it, you'll be like, oh my goodness, girl, I have a word in the corner and a word at the bottom. Then it's like a puzzle you have to put together, because I'm like, okay, let me put this over here, let me put this in this category, and then I'll scratch that out and say, okay, this needs to go right here, because sometimes it may not fit, and you have to make it fit. And some songs, they come to me, and I can write them like in 15 minutes, and then some songs, it takes like, a month or so. It all depends on the depth of the song. So I'm not one of those writers that's like, okay, I got 30 tracks, go write all those tracks. That's not me. I have to live life. I have to feel it. I have to live it. The music has to move me. So I'm just that type of writer. And then a lot of times, most of the time, the process I go in, because I have a team that I always primarily work with, and we just talk. and then we're all just talking it out of that. We're like, oh, let's use that. And we just start piecing it together just from a conversation. Because I'm a true believer, in my opinion, this is the way I like to work. I like to know the people that I work with. It's hard to write for somebody else if you don't know them.
This is true.
You know what I mean? So you want to know them. You want that energy to be on the record. And even me, you know, anything I do musically, if I have other writers that come in, I still like to have some input in it so that they would know me, because, you know, you got to know, well, Ishi won't sing this or she won't say that because that's not something I may not believe in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because I understand music has life. And, I mean, you know, just even people I meet who are Arrested Development fans, I mean, I meet people, I want to shave my hair because of you. Or, oh my God, your music changed my life. And that's heavy for me.
That's a
lot.
And
I want to know.
That's a lot of pressure.
I'm not putting any, I want to make sure that I'm not putting anything that I don't believe in and stand by out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whether it be love or whatever, love songs or whatever it is, I just want to make sure it's something I believe in. You know, so for me, I take my time with it, and I try to really put love in it, you know?
Right, right. Okay, cool. So what is Ishi up to today? What's Ishi got up her sleeve? I know you cooking up something in the kitchen, in the lab. You know, you're making confections. But what can we talk about today?
I have a little cape that I wear because I have to be super woman, okay? So, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, you remember the movie Multiplicity? I need that. I want to, if I could just make
you and me both. I need at least 2 more of me. You know what I'm saying? Just 2 more, maybe even 3. Just to carry out the task.
Oh my gosh. But I have a few things going on. First and foremost, my most important job is I'm a mother. My daughter just turned 14 years old, and she has, she's taller than me, but she's an awesome young lady, and she's been touring with me since she was 2 months old. She's homeschooled since she was a baby, and she actually just signed a modeling contract. So I've been busy with her modeling and doing all the things for her and showing it for her life, because she signed at 13 with her agency, and we're just, she just turned 14, so we're moving forward in that, because I told her, hey, you don't ever have to wait until you're 20-something to start your career. You can start it now. So,
that's right.
So she's doing that, and she wants to get fashion design, so I'm busy with that. And then I work with other artists. I do a lot of artist development, like I said earlier. I teach artists, up-and-coming artists, and some established artists how to do interview skills. We do workout, we do endurance training, we do performance etiquette, if you will, and vocal performance. We do, I just try to share with them my experience of how it is to be an artist. How you work a room? How do you go to a in-store? How do you go to a radio station? How do you meet fans? How do you do a call-in interview? How do you do all this stuff? I share my experience of touring and what comes up when touring and all that kind of stuff. And I also do choreography. I also do speaking engagements. I mentor a lot of young people, young adults, as well as young male and female. I teach dance. I actually teach dance sometimes at Speaker School. We have an art school called the Victory Spot. And so I teach hip-hop, ballet there, and then I do artist development as well, and vocal performance with some of the students. And I actually have my own music. I have a new song called King that will be coming out soon. And I'm excited about that because I actually wrote it and shot the video for it and all that right before my mom passed. So my mom passed November 7th of 2015. So after that happened, I kind of, had to kind of shut down a little bit. And there was a lot of personal and family stuff, which I still am doing. But, you know, my mother, I'm dedicating a video to her in the phone because my mom would always come out, my video shoots and everything. And so she was there. And that was, you know, it's really special for me. So I just been, you know, just, okay, God, when is the right time? And so I'm going to release it probably next month, sometime this summer, whatever, because it's a real upbeat type song.
Mm-hmm.
And I write for other artists. I've written for Angie Stone and other upcoming artists, established artists out there, Arrested Development. And I just stay busy, you know, and just like this, God, He has so many things for me in the future. I know TV, from TV on down to books coming out, and my mom, she left a legacy behind as far as her arts and her books and her artwork, and so I'm going to put all of that out and just a lot of stuff. So I stay busy.
Yes, and that's important, and I definitely want to send my condolences to you and your family on the passing of your mom.
Thank you.
Because I know that's a tough pill to swallow. Definitely a tough
one. Oh,
one.
yeah, and she was my best friend, and honestly, if it wasn't for my mom, you guys wouldn't even know who she is, because she was the one who taught me how to dance. So if it wasn't for her, I mean, truly, I wouldn't be doing it, and she was the one who gave the green light for me to be a member of Arrested Development. So, you know, kudos to my mom. She was just awesome person.
Yes.
So, yeah, but yes, and I appreciate it. Like I said, and definitely, like, I have music that I did a song with Morning Heart, which I'm not sure if everybody knows he plays Ghost on Power. So yeah, we did a song there a few years back. So, you know, you can check me out at ishiafrosolo.com. I actually have revamping my website, but you can go there and hear the remix to that song, and then all my social media sites are there. So I stay busy. Always active in the community. I love people, and hey, the sky's the limit. And I also still do things with Arrested Development. Actually, they have a show coming up real soon that I'll be performing with them in June here in Atlanta at the City Winery. And then I'm also doing a red carpet event where I'm a red carpet host this Saturday for a big makeup conference called PMAC. So, and my daughter's walking the runway in the same show. So
all right, getting it. It's a family hustle, you know. We a family team.
Yes, that's what we have to do, okay?
We are working that out. I love it. Well, Ishi, you've got so much under your belt as far as experience, seeing the world, seeing so many different avenues of the industry. And as being a young person, I didn't realize that you were that young when you were in Arrested Development. That's crazy. But
I know, isn't it crazy?
It is. But you know what? It's a blessing, because being that young, you were able to get experiences that some people your age would never get. And you got to see and do things that people would never, people probably older than you never got to do or never got to see.
That's true. So I'm super grateful.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Wow. So with all of that under your belt and all that experience and everything that you've been blessed with, what advice would you offer to any young person today that seeks to be in the music industry?
Well, first and foremost, I would say make sure your foundation is strong. So whatever you want to do, whether it be acting, music production, songwriting, artists, whatever, know the people that came before you who paved the way. Study them, study the greats, and pull from them, and then really, really discover and know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, someone will tell you. And it may not be who you want to be. So I would say we're in the age of technology and information. Oh, my gosh. So there's truly no excuse to not know something. Now, I do believe that experience is the best teacher. However, I stay in Barnes & Noble.
Okay.
I'm always in Barnes & Noble, because even though, like, even in the music industry, some things are the same, but a lot has changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to take a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new. And I would say get a mentor. Get somebody who has been successful in your field and sit under them, learn, because you cannot lead until you know how to follow properly. So for me, that's very important. Know who you are. Set some goals for yourself. Have some vision, short-term goals, long-term goals. Make a vision board. I believe in a vision board because you keep that vision before you. You're going to go after it because you're going to see it every day. Really, really, really have a good positive team around you, but also have somebody on your team that's going to keep it real with you and say, you need, going to check you when you are in error.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very important because that's part of growing. Iron sharpens iron.
Mm.
So you have to, understand that. And, be open to doing an intern that's not paid.
Mm-hmm.
Be open to going to a couple of conferences, right, or different things. It is a such thing as paying your dues. And you see people that's successful and, oh my gosh, all these people, you don't know the years that it took to get them to that place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So trust me, when nobody knew them, they were working.
Oh, yeah.
And be willing to work from the ground up. Get your hands dirty, sweat a little bit, work overtime if you have to get to the place you want to be, because you have to be better than the best person in your field.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be excellent. Have a excellent mentality and always strive for excellence and not mediocrity, because to me, in my opinion, I feel like mediocrity is the norm now. Doing just enough to get by. Do beyond that. So I just say work hard, be determined, be consistent in your behavior and your goals and going after it, and go after it with your whole heart and be passionate about it. And don't, in my opinion, if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to give it your all. If it's something you're doing in your life that you can do without getting paid, that's when you know, oh yeah, this is what I need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're bringing in any of this to make money, I'm here to tell you. It's not going to happen right away. It's an overnight, it's no such thing as overnight success.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
And it's many, many things that has to come together for you to get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
So invest in yourself. If you want to be a music producer, start buying your equipment. Start small or whatever you need to do. If you want to be a songwriter, start studying some of the best songwriters and decide, okay, I want to be this type of songwriter. Get in some classes. They do workshops. They do so much out here. So, like I said, this is the information age. Get all the knowledge you can. Because it is a business. And then also, don't be one-dimensional. Think about, if this ends tomorrow, what can I do next? Or if I can't do this anymore, what would be my next, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next part of my life or my goals, what I do. So I know that's a lot, but I hope that was helpful.
No, what you're saying, everything that you were saying is very valid. Really, you need to study up. And that's really not even just music, just anything that you want to do. You need to be in the loop with everything changing as technology and everything changes on a daily, sometimes an hourly basis. You need to be in the loop with what's going on.
I can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep up. That's why I have to ask my young mentees, what is this? Miss Ishi, oh Lord, Miss Ishi, that's what they say. It's so funny. But I was like, y'all keep Miss Ishi up on everything.
Well, Ishi, I appreciate you so very much, Mama. Thank you so much for coming through. Let everyone know how they can get in contact with you, if they need to reach you. Hey, if they need to book you for something, how do they need to get in contact with you?
Well, first of all, thank you again for having me. I truly enjoyed our conversation, and you asked such incredible questions, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. Mm-hmm. And I want to shout out all your listeners, and thank you guys for tuning in and checking both of us out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find me. First of all, my email if you want to book me for a speaking engagement, dance workshop, choreography, artist development, songwriting, feature, any of that, performance. My email address is team, TEAMECESHE @gmail.com. And again, my website is ESHE Afro, AFRO, Soul, SOUL, ashsedit.com, and all of my social media links are on there. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud. So yeah, and I'll be releasing some new music really, really soon, videos, and also, check out my YouTube channel, subscribe. So yeah, I'm excited about all the things that's getting ready to come.
Absolutely, and we will be tuned and we'll be ready and waiting for this new music as you say, drop down some diamonds for us, some gemstones on the scene.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
Yes.
and I thank each and every one of you guys for downloading my show. I can't even tell y'all enough. We're well over 150,000 downloads, which is crazy. Seeing as when I started this thing.
That's awesome.
Okay, amen. Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Yes, won't he do it?
I mean, it went from me talking to myself, and then y'all started listening. So, hey, let's get it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
Thank you. And you guys just continue to push forward no matter what. As I always tell y'all, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. All right? Because that's what we're doing this for, history. Social media is nice. It's cool. It's fun. But real life is so much better. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses, kisses, kisses all across the world. And until our next show, I will holler back at y'all later. Deuces.